Can you imagine? I mean, you could do a TikTok on it if you actually interviewed honestly. If the company, both sides interviewed honestly. I mean, this is the problem. Both the candidate and the client lie, and then they're like shocked when it doesn't work out.
It's the game they play that's just fucking ridiculous.
It is, because if the candidates goes there and asks honest questions, I just had this happen this week. They go and ask real questions about what's the product like, what's the gaps in the product, what's the holes in this, why aren't everyone hitting numbers? They're like, oh, this guy's going to be trouble. He's too negative. He doesn't. I'm like, no, he's asking real fucking questions. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry you don't like the tone of the question, but it's good stuff for someone to know who's leaving a company to join your risky startup, in my case.
When you got a client and someone's going in who you know is an astute candidate, can you say, look, can you prep your client? This person's going to ask you a lot of questions about your business. I don't want you to feel intimidated by that. It's good if he investigates. Can you tell them that? Can you advise?
You do. Words. Yeah, I mean, I prep my client and be like, listen, this guy's gonna have a lot of questions. He's gonna need to be sold. He's gonna want to understand the whys. The why he should risk, making a change to jump to another early stage company. And if it's going to offend you, it's going to be a problem. So but most of them will say, okay, I get it, and then they get in there, and then afterwards they kind of forget it, and they're like, oh, this guy I didn't like his attitude. I think he was too nervous. He's not ready to move. I'm like, no, he just has legitimate questions that everyone should be asking. And, they're too afraid to do it. This guy's got, some onions, so he did it, which you should do. Yeah. It's instead of embracing it, they get nervous by it. It's always weak leadership. It just seems extra weak right now. Weak leadership, people can't make decisions. They're afraid of the remote pushback of questioning, their beloved company.
Yeah.
Which if I called them with a better opportunity, they'd be out the door also in a day.